Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Cancer, to a reading for you in the collective. It's a timeless reading because this is an energy check. Consider this to be a bonus reading in your case with regards to your energies after the full moon or the landscape portal that happened on August 8th, 2021. Okay. I did an energy check for Taurus yesterday, and today I've decided to do an energy check for you after the full moon has happened on August 8th, 2021. Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer with Venus and Jupiter in your individual planetary position, okay? This is an energy for the collective. After the full moon that happened on August 8th, 2021, new moon, new beginnings in life, new decisions, new journey, new situations, anything can happen for anyone. Cancer, wow. The yin and the yang, nice. Excuse me. An anxiety that talks about a lot of things that you have been worried about in your life, Cancer. You were not sure if you can manage to do things that you have in mind in your energy level, right? The goddess of the moon talks about some kind of energetic challenges you might be facing in yourself or with regards to the cyclical cycle of change. Now, the yin and the yang is talking about not just a cycle change, it's talking about a cyclical change of cycle in your case, Cancer. Number 22 breaks down to number 4, so it has got a lot of changes that you are wanting where you have to empower yourself within yourself between the masculine and the feminine energy. So you have to have both. So whether you are a male or a female, it doesn't matter, guys. What it is talking about is that if you have only the female energy, the cycle will not move. If you have only the masculine energy, the cycle will not move. So you need to combine your physical aspect as well as emotional, logical. It's a complete change in yourself. Empowering yourself with both the masculine and the feminine energy here. That's important because there are certain things what I'm getting, guys, with this card of anxiety. You have been thinking about things for a long time, but you are not sure if you can make things happen, right? So some of you could have been staying up in the night wondering how you can bring about this change, what you need to do, how you need to empower yourself. Where is the lack? What is that you're lacking in? You know, something that is disturbing in you, something that you're feeling a little bit disturbed in yourself, in your understanding, because maybe some of you guys are already going through this cycle of change. So because of that empowerment of your energies within yourself, it also could create some kind of anxiety or panic, where you're not sure what is really going on within you, internally or even externally. and can be anything for anyone. You're a little bit worried, right? You're just kind of feeling a little bit disturbed about the this kind of cycle because it is also concerning your stability in life as well, right? With the moon or the goddess of the moon, it's a little bit of a challenge for you to balance yourself within you, to understand yourself, to balance yourself, to feel that you are okay, you're in the right place. You don't have to get scared, right? To bring about that sense of balance within you, you have to be a little bit energetically understanding your situation a bit better, because then you have the spiritual path. Woman holding a heart, first chakra, concerns your security and stability in your life with your emotions. So, this is also talking about a new situation that is developing in your life with the temple path, which is a lot of spiritual understanding of something in your life that concerns your stability and security in yourself, with the world and the man holding a coin, and then blossoming abundance. So some of you guys could be walking out, could be leaving something, could be changing homes, could be changing locations, something that brings you back towards your abundance in your life. Something that's some kind of a decision in life that you are trying to understand what it is that, but you're also very dependent on the spiritual aspect, that whatever you do will only bring you back your happiness, and that is what you want. So you are doing things in your life, Cancer, with a lot of faith in you. There is a lot of faith that is slowly building back with the goddess of the moon. You're slowly coming to terms with your own anxiety. You're coming to terms with your own situation here. We'll see. Because a lot of spiritual path of this, the temple path, is talking about understanding things from a deep internal spiritual point of view, right? Giving birth to something through your spiritual understanding. That whatever you're doing or you are thinking about will only bring you back your happiness, health, and wealth in the material world. Let's look at the yin and the yang energy, because this is a combination of a cycle, a cyclical cycle of change. It's a very powerful time for you, Cancer. It's a very, very powerful time for you. So that's why they're saying, don't waste your time thinking about this, worrying about this, going through some amount of frustration or depression in yourself, again, seeking and finding. Yeah, there are a lot of things that you still don't know. You want to know. And this is where they're saying join in, right? Join in to understand a lot of things that probably you have not been aware of. What about the cyclical cycle? What it is? What is happening? Why are things moving like this? Those kind of questions. So you have to find more, seeking and finding. There are a lot of things you have yet to discover as you move, and so that's why they're saying, don't keep worrying about the situation. You will be fine. Let's look at the card of anxiety. You just have to understand the situation. You have to understand that the cycle changes, life changes, right? Things close and things open. When one door closes, the other door opens. So you don't have to be worried about it. You just have to understand the whole situation from a different point of view, Cancer. You have to earn, get more knowledge. Spiritual knowledge could be essential for you at this point in time. Because some of you, like I said, could be a little bit perplexed because you're not getting a clarity of what's going to happen next. You don't know, whatever your situation, that's what you're saying, get some rest. Yeah. Thing is that, guys, what I'm getting is that most of you, Cancer, you have been very worried about the situation because you possibly don't know if things are going to work out for you in the right direction, and you may have been up in the night, staying up in the night, going around in circles. It's like the Nine of Swords energy, wondering, what it is that I need to do now. Because this is this change. This change you cannot stop. Right? Excuse me. You cannot stop the change. But what you can do is get some rest to find more answers to your questions. And you will get it. And you will get it because definitely you have been very worked up, some of you. Very worked up. Could be with your job, home, anything. But you have been very worked up. So you need some time to recuperate, to figure out things in the right way, right? It's the goddess of the moon. And that is where the challenge is to balance back your energy, to know that there is a purpose and a reason for everything in life. Decisions, decisions. So before you make the change happen, guys, before you take some call, make some movement, take some decisions, you need to be very focused with regards to the challenges, because those challenges could be your challenges for your decisions in life. Okay, so you will find your answer because there is a change that is showing up in your life. It's a very powerful change, Cancer. But before you take the decision towards anything, get some rest, understand situation better, and then do what you have to do. That's what they're telling you here. Okay? Leaving, dietary change, courage. Yeah. So healing from the past. Yeah. There is a lot of things that you need courage to change within you before you leave a situation that no longer serves you, taking the decision of that particular situation here. Okay, so that is the message, guys. Because of the cyclical cycle of change that I said, you cannot stop it. The only thing you can do is to balance your own energy back in the right way, Cancer, so that you can make the right decision call here. Right? That is important for you at this point. That's an important message for you guys here. Don't fret over everything because that could disbalance you. Don't be very anxious about what is going to end, what is going to happen, what is going to begin. That's again going to disbalance you. Right? And will disbalance your decisions too. So before you move towards your decision in your life, whatever that decision could be in your case, you need to give yourself plenty of time because there is something from your past that you also need to heal. Very important. Right? So there are certain questions you might have with regards to the cyclical cycle of change. Please talk to me about seeking and finding here. There are questions, there are answers you are wanting to discover. There are questions you have regarding your stability in life. Anything, that you are wanting to know if you're on the right track, basically. Strength, yeah. Lot of courage, your personal power. You need a lot of personal power here, guys, towards this change, because then you have the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you guys are moving towards some new situation in your life. You want to follow your heart desire. You really want to follow your heart desire. You want to free yourself from all kinds of worries, restrictions, where you have been facing trouble over your stability, right? Bringing back your independence in your life. Financially, you want to be very stable. Environment is something that you want to create where there is a lot of goodness around you, right? And you also know, that's what the seeking and finding. You want to know if you have that power in yourself to follow your heart desire towards your own independence in your life. And you need a lot of power, right? The King of Swords, yeah. It's a lot of clear thinking that needs to be done in your case, Cancer. To make the right decision here. But you need some rest. You need some rest because you could be worried about the situation for a long time, right? So let's look at get some rest. Think about it very clearly. Think about it very carefully. Understand your situation better. Know if you're capable of manifesting that independent situation for yourself. Whether that's going to bring you back your stability. Some of you guys could be even moving away from a relationship, moving away from something in your life that no longer serves you. It could be anything for anyone, right? But you want to, because this is your heart's calling. This is your heart desire. Please talk to me about get some rest. So for which, you need a very clear process of thinking, strategy that is going to work in your case. And that's when you will get your answers towards your questions. Six of Cups, yeah. You could be worried about a situation from within you. You could be worried if you can bring back the childlike quality, be happy. You could be worried about inner child issues, the Empress. You want to give birth to this, but you could be worried about this kind of friendship, this kind of past relationship. For some, it could be a soulmate energy here. Right? You're worried that you don't know. Even if you follow your heart desire, you still want somebody in your life who can make you happy. That's what I'm getting, right? Let's look at the card of decision. And this is a big decision that you might have to make here. When you will have, it's a challenge. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you. But at the end of the day, you might have to take a call on this, guys. Excuse me. So you need to be in balance with your understanding. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. Because some of you guys could be very stubborn. This could be your shadow energy of fear and stability, maybe in a relationship for some. The Page of Cups, whether it's possible for you to make amends with somebody, right? It can be anything. Whether it's possible for you to leave that stubbornness behind and face criticisms or stand up towards any kind of adversaries that could be haunting you with their criticism and opposition. So this is a decision that you will have to make on your own terms and understanding, guys. Where you have the right to stand up and say a no if you think it is the right. So the decision is entirely on you, Cancer. Is entirely on you, right? So if you think that a certain thing is not to your liking, you have to make that call. You have to take the decision to say, hey, you know what? I don't agree with that. So that could come across as being a little bit stubborn as well, because you are not ready to bend down and say a yes to everything. You're not ready because you have that fierce, stubborn energy in you, where you take a decision, where you stand up and say a yes or a no based upon your judgment call in here, Cancer. Based upon your judgment call. Okay, so yeah, let's look at this energy here, because there is something that you're trying to understand in yourself here. Please talk to me about the Strength, Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there is some situation in your life, guys, that's some of you, okay, this is also a part of this story. Some of you could be single, or you have already become single, right? But now the cyclical cycle is also talking about a join-in situation with somebody in your life, right? With the Six of Cups. See, the Seven of, you have taken 2 steps back because you're starting something new in your life. You're thinking about this. Let me put it like that. You're thinking about this. So this situation may not have happened, but you're trying to find out if it is a possibility for you, Cancer, to detach yourself from other situations and work with somebody in your life with whom you have some kind of a soulmate connection here. Right? So you're putting in a lot of thought and effort on this situation here, because you still are not very clear about your answer, whether this situation can be a situation of bonding together with somebody in your life. So you have taken 2 steps back. You're putting in, because you know as well that in order to free yourself from something in your life, you have to put in a lot of effort towards this independence. You have to put in a lot of effort towards your own happiness. Right? So from the 7 to the 9, and from 9 to the Empress, so you are at the beginning stage. You're right now in the beginning stage of this journey, Cancer, where you're trying to understand, because you are slowly flipping, or you want to slowly flip to the 9 and then to the Empress. But right now, with the 7, you're starting this particular situation of looking for answers in yourself. And that could be, creating some kind of a mood disbalance in here. Let's look at the 6 of Cups. Right? It also could be an inner child issue that had been troubling you, where they're saying, get some rest. Or it could be something that you have a past connection with somebody and you want that person back in your life, but again, you're worried if that person can work with you. You're worried, right? So that's why they're saying get some rest. The moment you get some rest, take a break. Think about this entire situation. That's when you will get the answer to your question, because right now what I see, guys, is that you are absolutely starting something new, a new wish manifestation in yourself. Yeah, the Hangman. Yeah. See, both this energy is talking about thinking a lot. You're the dark night of the soul, Cancer. Right? There could be a lot of fantasies and illusion that you're going through within yourself in the night, possibly, where you're imagining your situation of how you can change yourself to come together with somebody with whom you have some kind of a soulmate connection for some. But you also know that you need a lot of patience. You need a lot of patience, time management, money management, any kind of management. You need a lot of patience to start this journey in your life. You need a lot of patience, guys. So this is the Queen of Swords here at the bottom that's talking about a change of thinking in your life, in yourself. You know, processing some information about the whole situation. Because you also know, let me put it like that the decision will be based upon your stability. So the more stable you are, Cancer, the better it is for you. Right? Because that's where your stubborn energy, even if you show people your stubborn energy, it'll be okay because people know that you're stable in yourself to be a stubborn person, because stubbornness is also a form of stability, right? That's when you're very stable, you're not dependent on anybody. That's when you're like, yes, I can do it, and if I don't like it, I won't do it, right? So that is what your kind of thinking is also about, your stability, where you can bring this kind of, energy in yourself to stand up for your belief. Please talk to me about the Seven of Wands. To stand up for your belief, you have to be independent, right? Monetarily, financially, emotionally. In order to fight other people, when they criticize you or oppose your ideas, you can tell them to go take a walk, right? But to do that, you have to build back yourself. And it is a challenge. I told you right in the beginning. It is a challenge here. It is a challenge here, right? You know it's a challenge. It's not going to be a cakewalk for you. Not that you get up in the morning and you decide that you want to do this. You can't. Please talk to me about this Seven of Wands. So it's a challenge for you to come to a point of taking the decision in yourself, in your life. The Page of Swords in the reverse, where it looks to me, guys, that you have had a situation where a lot of promises have been made before, but you haven't been able to stand up with those promises in your life. You might have said a lot, you might have promised a lot, right? But you haven't kept your promises. This was just the word of mouth. So in order to correct the situation, guys, it's a challenge to rectify the situation and tell people what you really mean this time is for good. Because other situation could be, what I'm getting is, people know that you might have been speaking a lot, but you never really did anything for that. You never really did anything for it. So it will be a challenge for you to prove that what you say now, you mean business here. You mean business here. Right? So this is again a bit of a challenge energy I'm getting here, guys. Please talk to me about the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks to me that you're caught in between this kind of an energy right now, where what you're feeling within you is something that you want to tell, you want to communicate with that audacity, but again, you're not sure if anybody is going to believe you, because like I said earlier, you might have said that you want to do this, you want to do that, but you haven't lived up to that promise, right? Please talk to me about the Seven of Pentacles. So here you are, Cancer, caught in the middle of these two situations here, basically, wondering what you can do in order to build back or rectify this situation. Yeah. See the Five of Swords. Yeah, because see, like I said, this Page of Swords in the reverse, right? It's clearly talking about bad type of communications. When I say bad type of communications, it means that you haven't said what you have promised. That's one. You haven't kept up to your word. You haven't worked for your own stuff. You might have just said, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that, right? But you did not really do what was there in your mind. You did not. So that is where the decision part is. You might have failed to take the right call at the right time because of this Five of Swords energy. So some of you guys could have been going through this energetic Five of Swords, which is the energy that is a bad energy. It's an energy where you have failed to keep people with you. You have driven people away. You have been very over ambitious for your own self-victory. You did not care how you have hurt people with your words or communication or even your action. Right? You have rejected ideas, you have rejected opinions, and you thought that the rest of the world is a fool while you considered yourself to be the best of the lot. High power, high ego, egotistical, right? With the Ace of Wands, where that passion failed in you because you did not do the words or do the action in the right way. You had that Ace of Wands, you had that source of that new beginning, but what stopped you was this Five of Swords. Right? So you could not move, and that is what you're thinking. How you have rejected plans, how you have rejected people, rejected ideas, the Page of Pentacles, where you're learning now. You're a child. You're learning your mistakes, or you're learning from your mistakes of the past. Right? And that is where You know that you have to put in a lot of effort to bring about this Nine of Pentacles energy. In order to do that, you have to fight your own enemy, and that is your own self-logical part of the story, Cancer. Right? In order to pick up the Ace of Wands and say, okay, I'm ready. But thing is that if you want to say, okay, I'm ready, and then, no, I'm not ready, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Either you're ready or you're not ready. You can't be in between these two energies, because that way you won't be getting either one of them. So either you are ready for something in your life or you're not ready. You can't have both. You can reject things and yet you want to do things. You can do it. So that's what your challenge is. Whether you're ready or you're not ready. You're thinking. Please talk to me about the Hanged Man here. Because you want the Nine of Pentacles, but you're skeptical of this change, of the cyclical cycle of change that I told you right in the beginning, Cancer. You won't be able to stop it. But again, what is happening in you is you are fearing your own demons. Right? And this is a shadow energy again I'm getting of this Five of Swords, where you're like, I don't know. Can I? What if this happens? What if that happens? Lot of questions, seeking and finding whether you're ready for this adventure or whether you're not. Question and answer is both within you guys. Please talk to me about the Hanged Man. Whether you're ready to accept back somebody in your life, it also can be that you do have somebody in your life, Cancer, and you consider that person to be very close to you, but there could be a past history with that person, which is that energy that you're anxious about because you don't know if you will be able to start something fresh in here. Because earlier, like I said, you might have said a lot of things, but you did not live up to that promise. That is the problem. Because you were questioning yourself, about this. I'm not ready. Maybe I'm ready. So one fine day you're like, okay, I'm ready. The next day you're like, no, I'm not. That's not going to work, guys. That's not going to work. And that is where you could not live up to somebody's expectation of you as well. With the Hanged Man, see, you get the Two of Swords. Again, are you ready to make a choice? Are you not? With the Ace of Cups, are you ready for that love? Are you ready or you're not ready? You're still very confused here. That's why they're saying give yourself plenty of time. Give yourself plenty of time, Cancer, because this is your energy. You're not being able to make a decision. Because like I said, the soulmate twin flame energy could be twin flame soulmate energy has a past history. That is where you're getting very confused about the whole situation. If you want this or you don't want this. Because it is also a fact that you might have gone through an experience of pain in your life, Cancer, where somebody might have said a lot of things to you but have not lived up to that promise as well. Please talk to me about the Page of Swords here in the reverse. So you're skeptical about this person or this energy, if it's going to be the same energy again, repeating, where promises are made, words are said, but nothing happens, right? So the decision to balance and understand the situation will be totally on you, Cancer. Will be totally on you. The Ten of Cups, yeah. And this is where trust is concerned. A trust issue is in progress here, guys. You're not being able to trust something or somebody in your life here. You're finding it very difficult with regards to the trust issue here. Because like I said, you're skeptical about the fact of whether this person will be ready or again will play the same games of making promises and not delivering the promises. That is your problem, Cancer. Again, I said, decision is yours. Whether you want to leave everything that has happened before, heal from the past, and give birth to something new will be completely your choice in here. But options, again, decision and option will be in your hands. Please talk to me about the Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Because you don't want to have that back and forth energy here. You don't. You have to take a call. You have to seek and find the right answer. Because like I said, it's a cyclical cycle of change. So whatever decision you make now will stick with you or by you for the next whatever amount of time here, right? So you have to be very careful. The Moon and the Page of Wands. Yeah. You have the Moon here, you have the Moon here too, right? This is the cause of your worry, guys. This is the cause, the Five of Swords. Because a lot of things have not been spoken out. A lot of things are still in hiding, right? With the Page of Wands, you're trying to understand this better. You want to create something new. You want to move forward. You want to expand. But there is a risk element in here as well for you, Cancer, right? Because this situation is creating a risk in here. That back and forth. Some days I'm ready, I feel I'm ready. Some days I feel I'm not ready. Right? Because the truth has not yet been told. That is the reason. The truth has not been spoken, and that is where the Two of Wands, you intuitively want to desire, you're desiring a change, Cancer, but it's intuitively you are waiting for it, for some kind of an answer here. Before you move. Because again, with the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups, you don't know. You really don't know if you can make the right choice here. Because something is still in hiding here. So you don't know. Let's look at the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And that's why you're not taking any action right now on this situation. You're very quiet about it. You could be in observation, but you're not moving right now because you want to first find out the truth before you move. See, the King of Cups, yeah, and the Emperor. So, you could be repressing your emotions right now, Cancer. You're not talking about it. You could be feeling a little bit, that feeling that you get is that you need more structure in your life before you can eventually say something here. So that's why you're probably not talking about this Ace of Cups, because still you're not very clear if you can make this happen. You have ideas, but there is still a lot of things in hiding, right? That could be the fear situation in yourself as well, Cancer, where you're judging this situation and you're wondering if you can say something to somebody here, right? But some of you guys could be even taking the help of a psychiatrist or somebody who could be giving you more ideas about the whole story, But at this point in time, what I'm getting, guys, is that you're trying to bring a balance in yourself here with your emotions and logic as well, because it also could be that you have been very cold for a long time in yourself, right? Very cold, you have been very structured and very disciplined, but you may not have paid attention to emotions and emotions. So, this is your energy, Cancer, right? Where you're possibly trying to bring in a harmony between your own logical understanding. Some of you guys could be married here, right? So you're trying to understand if it is possible for you to work with your emotions here. You're trying to make a decision here. You're 100%. That could be the reason why you're so worried. And that could be the reason why the situation demands that you take some rest in yourself, Cancer. It demands that you take some rest in yourself to get more clarity on this situation, because this confusion is still very much here. You're not sure if you can work with this energy or work with somebody here who could be in that very cold, tyrannical kind of a person here as well for some. Whether it's possible for you to move forward towards somebody and express yourself. A person who is married, it also could be that for some people. And express yourself in the way, not telling them everything, but at the same time letting them know what they feel for that person is also the energy here. But again, there is a decision to be made because of some kind of trust issue. Please talk to me about the Ten of Cups here. It could be a spiritual commitment as well with some of you guys, right? It could be a very high level of spiritual commitment in here for some of you. But like I said, you're not very sure if you can make that happen. The Queen of Wands, yeah. You could be feeling very stubborn about the pain in your life at this point in time, Cancer. About the pain with trust. And you're not sure if you can trust. Okay, this is also what I'm getting. You're not sure if you can trust somebody in your life who could be a married person. And you're being very, you're being very stubborn about this pain in here, right? With the King of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, because it looks to me, guys, that you're worried about this pain. Some of you guys could have gone through a lot of pain, but there is a cycle in the offing that is closing, because here it is, the King of Swords. Somebody over here is logically working on this close of a cycle in their life with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. There could be a connection between two power couples in here. If not, you as a person in the Queen of Wands energy, you could be feeling very stubborn about the whole situation. But in that cyclical form of the King of Wands, because you're going through both the masculine and the feminine energy here, Cancer, you are definitely thinking very clearly about the close of this old cycle. But again, at the same time, you're not very confident if you can trust this love that you have for somebody in your life. Because, like I said, there is a past history here between you and somebody with whom you have been dealing with and who has hurt you terribly. Right? But you also want to surrender this pain. You also want to let this pain go. You want to close off this stress and burden and the pain in your life. And that is what you're probably working on, in a very logical manner, to clearly think about a solution in here in the way that you can close down that old cycle. See the Three of Wands and the Page of Pentacle and the Two of Wands. And yeah, so you're trying to move out of a stuck situation here that concerns some kind of justice or legalities in here. Could be with a commitment or a marriage, and you're kind of thinking ahead of a new situation in your life. But before you do that, you have to close an old chapter before you can eventually build back the trust, right? Build back the trust in yourself, because somebody over here, Cancer, and it could be you're not trusting someone here completely. That's what I'm getting. You're not completely putting your faith and trust in somebody totally because of the past situation here. So that's going to take a little bit of a time for this cycle to eventually close, because somebody over here is thinking about this, and definitely this trust is in the way, Cancer, for you. Because again, remember, Cancers by birth, by their zodiac sign, they are very emotional person. So if somebody has hurt them in any way and any shape and form, it is not so easy for a Cancerian to forget that and forgive that situation very easily. So to build back the situation of trust, even within you, Cancer, you need a lot of personal power here. You need a lot of personal power to believe in somebody again, and knowing that you are going to be fine. But before all that happens, the truth needs to come out, or else this trust issue will continue to occur. So if you're trying to move forward and you're getting stuck, it's only because you don't know the whole truth, Cancer. You don't know the whole truth. That's why you're getting stuck. So until the truth is clarified, until you know the whole truth that comes out and it's clarified, you will not be able to bring back the whole trust in a situation that is in here in your reading. Okay, so take your time, guys. Think about it clearly. And once you know the truth, that's when the decision will happen. But before that, you will not be able to make a decision because of the situation here, guys. It's all about knowing the truth here that you still don't know completely. And that is why you are very much in doubt and anxious about the whole situation. Yeah. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. We'll do another energy check for you later on to see more of this. But right now, this is what I have for you. After the 8th of August 2021, you are definitely going through a period of a little bit of anxiety and stress. It's only because, like I said, the truth has not been verified. Okay, so let's see what happens once we do the next reading. Until then, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.